semicolon on the end of my line there. Okay, so you can see that, string rev. Okay, let's go refresh. Oh no. Okay, again, yep, sorry, I've added that. So it's strrev. You can probably tell I don't use this function too often, but just for demonstration purposes, you can see that what it's done now is reverse the string. Now, I've just actually, while I've been doing this tutorial, thought of a good way that this might be used. Probably not recommended to, but let's say we uploaded a file, say called image.jpg. We could echo string reversed, and we could do the substring of this, and we could get the first, say, three letters, which would return our file type. However, if you think about it, this actually wouldn't work because it could be JPEG or JPEG. So that's the string reverse function. Just thought I'd drop it into this video anyway. If you can find a use out of it, that's great. The only use I can think of it is for novelty use, but there we are. So the next function we're going to look at is slightly more useful. It is comparing two strings for similarity. Let's go ahead and get rid of everything here, and we can start from scratch. Okay, so we use this function slightly differently. Let's go ahead and create two strings, and we're going to calculate the percentage and similarity between two strings. Now you can use this in a variety of functions. For example, two people's, well, I can give you an example, plagiarism, for example. If you were checking for plagiarism between two different say essays written, you could use this similar text function, and it would return the percentage and similarity between each essay, for example. But obviously in this example we're just going to be dealing with simple strings, so I'm going to say string1 is equal to this is my essay. I'm going to be talking about PHP, for example. Let's go ahead and escape that character there. String 2 might equal this is my essay. Let's say someone was to slightly change an essay. I will be talking about the subject PHP. Now what we can actually do here is we can now use the string function to compare the percentage and similarity between these two strings. So let's go ahead and say similar underscore text. It's not required to put into a variable because we're going to be returning the result within the function in one of the arguments and then echoing that back out. So the three arguments we need to pass are string 1, string 2, and then we need a result variable here. So we've got this result here which we can then go and echo out. So we could say the similarity between is, and then we can append on result. Let's put that there. So the similarity between is, let's go ahead and refresh. You can see it's 78%. So for example, if this was a long essay and the similarity was 78%, there's obviously something wrong here. For example, if we were to completely change this string, my essay is about PHP. I'm going to be talking about everything to do with PHP. Let's just go ahead and escape that. Let's go ahead and refresh, and you can see that the percentage has dropped significantly. However, if this was a longer string, there would be more to compare, and if they were very different, you'd get something completely different. So, for example, my essay is about cats. I'll escape that. Be talking about cats and their colours. That'd be nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and refresh, and you can see that the similarity drops still. So that's how you use this function, and I've given you an example of why it might be useful. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about some more simpler functions. Let's go create our string here. That's going to be equal to this is an example string. Okay, so the first one we're going to be talking about is the string length. So string length is equal to, and this function is called strlen with no underscore, and then you just feed in the string that you want. This is a really useful function because, for example, if you were validating a form and you wanted to check that the length wasn't any bigger than a specific amount, you could then just use this inside an if statement to check the string length. For example, if the name, the name of the user or the username wasn't meant to be any more than 25 characters, you could say something like if string length is smaller than 25, then we can say yep, that's absolutely fine. Otherwise we could produce an error, just for an example. So let's go ahead and echo out the string length just to give you an idea of what this returns. So it will return an integer value. This counts the characters, so we've got 26. That seems about right. That's including the full stop as well, so it's any text inside of here.